Hello, and a very warm welcome to all our listeners out there. You are tuned into the future of learning, and I am your host, Suchata. I cannot believe we are already at episode 40. Today, we are tackling a topic that is literally transforming the walls around us: smart classrooms. But we aren't just talking about the hardware, we're talking about the heart of education, the interaction between teachers and students.
It is a pleasure to be here, Suchata. Congratulations on 40 episodes. It is quite a journey you have taken your listeners on. And you are right, the term smart classroom often makes people think of expensive gadgets and sleek screens. But as an educator, I see it as a shift in the very soul of how we connect with our children.
That is a beautiful way to put it, the soul of how we connect. Mr. Cerrone, you have been in the classroom for over 2 decades. You have seen the transition from blackboards to whiteboards, and now to interactive touchscreens and one-to-one tablet ratios. When you walk into a smart classroom today, what is the first thing you feel? Is it different from the old days?
To be honest, Sachata, at first I felt a bit of trepidation. I worried that technology would become a wall between me and my students. But now, I feel a sense of liberation. In the old days, I was the sage on the stage, the one with all the information at the front of the room. Now, with these tools, I am more of a guide by their side. The interaction has become more lateral, more collaborative. It feels more alive.
Excitingly, a guide by their side. I love that. But let's dig into the reality. Some critics say that when every student has a laptop or a tablet, they're just buried in their screens. They say the eye contact is gone and that human spark is fading. How do you respond to that when you're in the middle of a lesson?
I actually find the opposite to be true if the technology is used correctly. You see, before, if a student was shy, they would never raise their hand. They would disappear into the back of the room. But in a smart classroom, I can use real-time polling or digital brainstorm boards where every single student can contribute their voice, anonymously or through their device. Suddenly, the student who never spoke is the one leading the discussion. It breaks down the barriers of fear.
That is such a powerful point. It's about inclusivity. You are giving a voice to the voiceless through these digital channels. It's almost like the technology is an icebreaker that never melts.
Exactly. And it allows me to spend more time with those who need it. Instead of standing at the front lecturing for 40 minutes, I can send a video module to their tablets. And while they watch and interact with that, I am physically walking around, sitting next to a student who is struggling and having a one-on-one conversation. The smart tools handle the delivery, which frees me up to handle the human part.
I can imagine that changes the emotional dynamic. It's no longer a me versus the class situation. But what about the distractions? We've all seen kids trying to sneak a game of Minecraft or browsing the web when they should be doing algebra. Doesn't that create a new kind of friction between you and them?
Oh, absolutely. It is a constant battle of wits. But that is where the smart interaction comes in. If a student is distracted, it is often a signal to me that the content isn't engaging enough. In the old days, they would just daydream or doodle. Now, I have to be more creative. I have to make the lesson as compelling as the game they want to play. It pushes us as teachers to be better, to be more interactive.
Nodding thoughtfully. It sounds like the pressure has shifted. It's a higher bar for the teacher. Let's talk about the student's perspective. Do they feel more connected to you, or do they feel like they're just part of a giant machine?
Tenderly. I asked one of my 10th graders this last week. She told me that she felt I knew her better now. Because I can see her progress in real time on my dashboard, I can send her a quick encouraging note digitally, or I can see exactly where she got stuck on a math problem before she even asks for help. She said it feels like I am watching her back rather than watching her mistakes. That emotional safety is everything in learning.
Moved. Watching her back. That is incredibly moving, Mr. Cerrone. It sounds like the technology is actually providing a bridge for empathy. You are seeing their struggles in high definition.
Firmly. Precisely. But we must be careful. We cannot let the data replace the intuition. I can see a red light on my screen saying a student is failing a quiz, but I still need to look at their face to see if they are tired or hungry or sad. The smart classroom provides the data, but the teacher provides the wisdom.
With admiration. That is a vital distinction. As we look to the future, maybe in episode 80 or 100, where do you see this going? Will we reach a point where the classroom is so smart that the physical presence of a teacher becomes secondary?
Seriously, and with conviction. Never. You can have the most advanced AI, the most immersive VR headsets, and the fastest internet in the world, but a machine cannot inspire. A machine cannot look a child in the eye and say, "I believe in you." The smart classroom is a magnificent instrument, but the teacher is the musician. Without the musician, it's just noise.
I think that is the perfect note to end on. Mr. Cerrone, thank you for sharing your heart and your classroom with us today. You have certainly given me, and I'm sure our listeners, a whole new perspective on what SMART really means.
Thank you for having me, Suchata. It was a joy.
Cheerfully. And thank you to all of you for listening to episode 40 of The Future of Learning. Remember, the best technology in any classroom is still a curious mind and a caring heart. We'll see you in the next episode. Stay curious.